Where there? That's a bit dodgy. Oh, wait, you bastard. Yep. Hello. Merry Christmas. It's Christmas now. Whatever it is, like half, 1:45. Yep, it's Christmas. Woohoo. Hey, dog. Marley, my guy. Now, I want to talk about, I don't know what I want to talk about. Walking. Here we go. Talk about walks. Walkies. Hey. Now, I had a walk up to my old home, where I am at now, and like it's good, you know. It's quite meditative, and it can be purely meditative, really. Walking, just being like alone with your thoughts. Stuff comes up, and you can kind of observe the thoughts that come up, or you can be aware of them at least after they pass. Fucking hell, dog, you're crushing me. Big bastard, a hefty thing you are. Wait, stay. Just chill, dog. Chill, my guy. It'd be fantastic. Can you like sit down at least, or I want you up here, but I don't want you to just do this. No. Now, what I'm trying to say, lie down. Miles. No, you twat. Twat. Nice, that's an ass. That's all I can see, ass. Now, what I wanted to say was, I was reading that Russell Brand book, Recovery, and he was saying about how essentially addiction is essentially a cover-up for connection, which is quite an interesting idea. And, you know, when you're just consuming porn, or, you know, sex for the sake of sex, or just unnecessary amounts of food for the sake of eating, or whatever it is, drinking, you're trying to fulfill a desire for connection. And I don't think that's exactly the case for all addictions. I think addictions... Molly, come on up. Come on up then, twat. Come on up, rodent. Come on up, rodent, come on. Yeah, no, not... Come on up then, big knob. I think, you know, it can be quite convoluted, the issue of addiction, and it could take root in just purely childhood things, and you could have to, you know, just really reflect on childhood trauma, and maybe that could dissolve the pain from which addiction is a symptom, or a product, a consequence. However, I think generally a desire for connection is common across addiction, and yeah, I noticed in myself. Some of the pain that bubbled up was, you know, with regard to a desire to connect to other people. I guess I say to other people, but connection in general. Can you fucking stop being awkward? Hey, can you? Hey? Come on up then. Come on up. No, come on up then. Daft. I'm gonna get this dog sorted. It pisses me off. Right, I'm gonna have to do it like this, because Doggo's being Doggo, maybe Doggo. And so yeah, I think, you know, for me, the connection thing is pretty big, I guess. And what was coming up was like past intimacies with a couple of different partners, and it was bubbling up, and stupid dog. And yeah. And come on! Well, he no longer likes me. Doggo no longer is my friend, or I'm no longer friend of Doggo. So yeah, it's like a desire for connection, really. And you know, I think when people are so busy with their lives, they don't really feel this desire emerge. They're, you know, so busy really with just life, with work, come back, they distract themselves. And if you told them, they had to be alone for 24 hours, completely alone, you'd find them probably longing for somebody or something, at least. Something or someone to connect to. So for my situation, it's quite strange, I guess, because I'm with my dad and his partner, but I feel actually very little connection with them. I probably feel more lonely with them than I do without them, and that's quite a statement. That's a loaded statement, to say that about my own dad, or my own parents, probably, to be honest. I feel like I can't connect on a human level pretty much all the time for family, and even with a lot of friends, I don't feel I can, or quote unquote friends. It's rare for me to really feel like I can connect with a friend. Hence why dogs, my guy, dogs are the shit. Unconditional love, pretty much. Anyway, so yeah, I think human connection is one of the most not understated, not undervalued, perhaps undervalued things in today's world, because we attribute so much value to individualism, materialistic pursuits. We ascribe, as I say, so much worth to material endeavours, and when we get them, we feel temporary gratification, and then it's replaced by another desire to fulfil. I can't really put my hand up above my head. I feel the blood leave my arms. I'm a weak shit. So I'm just trying to order my thoughts. So a lot of people try to find, I guess, this kind of connection from things like one-night stands and just dates on Tinder. I mean, on the Red Pill, they advocate spinning plates, which I think I've spoken about before. If you don't know what it is, you can look it up. It's just basically having multiple fuck buddies. And, that's never really appealed to me. I told myself it did. I told myself it's something I wanted to do, and I never really strove after it because it always felt so shallow, And I think what I'm going for transcends this material, because I'm not a complete, I guess, empiricist insofar as I just believe what I see, hear, and perceive. I believe there is more than that. I guess you can say I'm quite spiritual, but it's not in the New Age bullshit way. But I think human connection is more important. Genuine human connection is much more important than getting a Lamborghini or whatever, or fucking 50 girls whose names you don't even know. That's what I believe. I believe more fulfillment is derived from there, and perhaps my sort of addictions at the moment, or just food really. I mean, look at that. Look, fucking coming back to a house, and I've just got a shit ton of chocolate there and shit. So yeah, just trying to buy the environment doesn't help when I'm at home either, because I'm not in control of that. So yeah, I think that's my symptoms now of overeating, whatever, are probably consequences of my, desire to connect. So, leads me on to another point, my final point, because this video is ridiculously long for what I'm trying to say. What I think is going to be a lifelong journey, a very painful one and difficult one, is to transcend the striving for connection with others, not to dismiss it. I think there'll always be a shit ton of inherent value in that. But I think that the transcendence of that takes form in developing a connection with your authentic self. What the fuck does that mean? I guess I'll eventually find out. Fucking hell, have I got like a filter on this video? My face looks way too like beautified. It looks smoothed out. It looks fucking weird. I look like a 12-year-old with a fucking pubic mess on my face. So yeah, I think, you know, the transcendence of that is authenticity and actually living in line with your purpose and actually dissolving the social conditionings of a pursuit for pleasure. I think pleasure is a shit thing to go after. Even though I'm probably going to do it after this video, just eat a bit more shit before I go and read and go to bed. Yes, I think it's a case of connecting with yourself. And that takes form and learning about what you like, what you don't like, dissolving your ego through meditation, understanding presence, you know, whatever. It's hard to even articulate in my current mind, my state of mind. But yeah, I think I've got my thought out, so Merry Christmas, fuckers.